welcome back to my channel. I am on the road to 100 subscribers, so if you dig my vibe, please subscribe. We're on the sign of Virgo. This is timeless, but we are reading some Valentine's Day energy for sure. Please like and comment and let me know if this resonates with you. And let us begin, okay? Woo. All right, so what I got here, who is this person, Holy Spirit, on Virgo's mind? Woo. All right, I kind of get this as a person who, I feel like either they stayed in the situation longer than what it was worth, or you stayed in the situation longer than what it was worth, Virgo, because I got this sticking around energy here first out the gate. And I think it might have been maybe this was somebody that you stuck around with despite their indecision, because I got crossroads here. I think they might have been unsure about you, Virgo. And I guess something here caused an ending. We already know that you're in separation from them, but it's really highlighting the distance. It's really highlighting the distance between you. And this indecision. It's like, it's crazy. Or it could have been a long distance connection. Maybe for some of the Virgos out there. Or maybe it was just y'all took a break. All right? Because then I do have it followed by this commitment energy here. And it's like, okay, maybe this is somebody that you waited around for them to make a decision and you let them take whatever space that they needed because, you know, potentially you were expecting to get a commitment at the end of this distance, you know, because I did also get this explosive love here. So it's like, I get this as positive energy at the end, right? Well, I guess it could be a troubled relationship. You know what? I think this is more of a troubled relationship at the end here. This is what this person is, yeah. Somebody that you stuck around for while they were making a decision and you allowed them to take whatever space they needed. And I think they did ultimately give you the commitment, but I think it was toxic. I think it was toxic, actually, when I look at that. Yeah, that's who this person is. All right, Virgo, y'all was pretty straightforward. I usually gotta pull a few to figure out who the heck is who and what is what. All right. Who to who and what to what. You know? Anyway, okay. But let's see, like, what was going on that Virgo even had to stick around through, Holy Spirit. Like, what the heck? Give me some info on that, please. I know that might be a little specific, but yeah. Because this person, they had bottled up emotions, all right? That's what you were sticking around through. You were going ahead and dealing with this person's difficulty expressing their emotions, okay? Literally, you can't make this stuff up, communication. Literally. You can't make this stuff up. That's what you were sticking around through, but you knew this wasn't good enough for you. Yeah. Yeah. But you wanted a connection. Because you felt like love was going to bring stability. That's crazy. Truly stable. You felt like if you stuck around, eventually this would become a stable connection. Yeah. You thought it would be prosperity. You thought it would be prosperity. That's why you made the choice to stick around through their indecision and distance. Yeah, Virgo. I see you, Virgo. Loyal to a fault. All right, you got anything else on here, Holy Spirit? Let me see what you got for Virgo. I mean, honestly, it's kind of like this person and you, Virgo. This is what I'm saying. It's like, I think you're the type that you're very emotionally expressive, and this person is not. And you were being patient with them. That's what I get here with this opposite attracts, like half and half, yin yang energy. Like, you didn't have this problem with expressing your emotions and your communication. But you did give them grace to, you know, get their stuff together. Right? But like I said, it was just because you were being hopeful that your stability and your loyalty would almost inspire them to be stable and loyal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I felt like you felt like this was going to end up being a supportive relationship. Not a connectionship. All right? It's a helpmate here. Yeah. That's what you were hoping, to work together to heal. See, this says mending heart. But I really think this was just, it says healing from heartbreak and stuff like that. But I just feel like it was just, you were hoping that you'll be working together to heal just any sort of wound or any sort of rift in the relationship or the connection. That's what I get, Virgo. But this is a karmic cycle. This was a karmic cycle, Virgo. This wasn't your person. That's why it was explosive love. This was like a karmic, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say I think you did get the commitment that you were hoping for. But, you know, it's kind of like the energy of like people who give like get those pity rings, you know? It's like, all right, well, Virgo is still here, so I'm going to go ahead and commit to Virgo because everybody else left except for Virgo. So, and it's like, Virgo, no. Yeah, because I mean, this person is unreliable. They're just a false promise ass type of person. Yeah, and it was never going to be what you had envisioned here. Okay, this prosperity and this stable love and working together to heal, that this person wasn't even capable of all that, Virgo. You made up a whole fantasy about this person. Okay, I hate to tell it to you like that, but that's what it's given. And you know Pisces is your opposite sign. All right, y'all have a lot of the same behaviors and beliefs. Y'all just approach things different ways, but y'all be on the same vibes, and it's giving Pisces illusion and delusion. Okay, that's what it's given. You can't make this stuff up. All right, let's see. Yeah, Holy Spirit, give me some information on why this connection ended with Virgo. Like, what was it that really forced the end of this connection after all this toxicity? Here at the end, these false promises and all that jazz. What was it that really led to the end of the connection, Holy Spirit? Yeah. Honestly, you can't make this stuff up. I think it's because this person knew that you wanted to like take it to the next step, and that you were that you were falling in love with them, but you know they didn't want this with you because you know they knew this relationship was being forced. I think this person knew that because it's like, I'm telling you, Virgo, like the way that you were just dicking around, like I'm getting the vibe they knew you were trying to force this to work. Because it's like, I don't know if you expressed that you didn't like the way they didn't communicate or show love. I just feel like they know they're incapable of that. And they're like, what does Virgo even like me for? Like, Virgo is absolutely making this up in their head because I am not even all that. Like, this person, that's what they're on. But they could see this. They knew you were waiting for more, Virgo. They knew you were sitting there waiting for them to give you it all. But it's like the vibe, they thought that you were just going to take anybody. Like you were just acting freaking desperate or something. That's the vibe that I get from this person. Yeah, and it's like they felt like you were trying to use them. Like you didn't actually really like who they were. All right, y'all know my storage got full again. Look, that's a commonality at this point, okay? But anyway, yeah, Virgo, like, they was feeling like he was using them, forcing the relationship, okay? Yeah, that's why they blocked this. Yeah. Because they ain't even capable of giving you all this love. They're blocked from giving you this love, and they potentially blocked your expression of it because they knew you was forcing it, and you ain't even really like them like that. That's what they felt. Anyway, so what's this person's current emotions towards Virgo, please, Holy Spirit? What's this person's current emotions towards Virgo, Holy Spirit? Okay, let me get a few now. Oh, you know what? I actually got to freaking shuffle this. My bad, Virgo. That's why I be saying I be over here wasting time. Hopefully my storage don't get full again while I'm over here doing this. Because I actually did not reshuffle after the last one. So, my bad. You know you gotta reshuffle this stuff. Clear the energy. Okay. Dang. I be trying to go too fast. I'm sorry, Virgo! Like, keep all that perfectionist stuff to yourself. I'm not perfect. Alright, Holy Spirit. What you got for me? Seriously. What you got for me? About this person's emotions towards Virgo right now. Holy Spirit, what you got? Dropped it on the floor. Okay. I got anguish. I feel like, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like this person, it's like, because I also got delighted, all right? And I got romantic, okay? So what I'm getting that this person feels towards you, I think this has to do with them feeling like they were being used, to be honest. All right? But I do think they like had a crush on you, and they were just uncertain about how you felt about them, right? And this is what made them feel a lot of anguish, okay? But I get this delighted is, I mean, they're kind of happy that you stuck around, but they have insecurities. That's why they feel like it was you forcing the relationship to really use them for something, because it's like, it's their confusion. It's their own confusion. This mother trucker is just all over the place. Because it's that uncertainty. It's that uncertainty they have within them. And then they were uncertain about how you feel. But they did have a crush on you. They did. That's what I get here. They did have a crush. But I don't think they felt like they were capable of giving you what you wanted. With this communication and these bottled up emotions. And then the way that they were blocking any sort of falling in love or commitment here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but that's where I get romantic. It's that crush and the falling in love and the marriage and stuff. It's like they recognize that there was something good here. But they're closed off. Like literally this blocked coming out with the marriage and falling in love and romantic. It's the same thing as this bottled up. They are blocked emotionally. They cannot give you what you need. And it's like, it's no reason for you to stick around, Virgo. Like, that's what they're thinking. Because it's like I said, they're going to interpret this as being forced or them being used. That's why It was so explosive in the end, and all these false promises. All right, but like I said, you know, they're still happy that you stuck around. The mother trucker is nuts. The mother trucker is nuts. This one is crazy, Virgo. We got ourselves a nut bag. All right, a straight nutty, a nutter butter. Okay. A bag of nuts. We got one. All right. Now, is this person experiencing karma? Because I see they're experiencing a lot of internal chaos. All right. But if they're experiencing karma, Holy Spirit, what does this karma look like? Okay. I actually don't get that they're experiencing karma right now. I don't get that they're experiencing any karma right now, Virgo. I get that they're feeling inspired, okay? And they are feeling ambitious, like they want to take advantage of new opportunities. But it is impulsive action, okay? And I think it might be them thinking about, you know, overcoming the obstacles and compromising. You know, I don't really see them having any karma right now. I think they are just really going through, they're going through a period of like internal reconciliation with themselves. That's what I think they are doing. I think they're really doing some soul searching, because I mean, this anguish and this uncertain, like this is literally what this person is over there. Like, this is how they are. This is their main core energy in this reading. All right. And this forced relationship and this used, look at how this man is and how this woman is in the bed. You know, this person, it's a lot of longing and a lot of loss and fear. That's what I say. It's a soft energy that I'm getting off of this person, and a lot of fear. And then even with this crush, the way these two people are away from each other, just looking, this one's a baby. This one's a sweetie pie. You know, we're not mothering anybody we're in a relationship, and we're not fathering anybody we're in a relationship with. I'm just telling you the energy is very adolescent that I get from this person. Yeah, which makes sense. That's why they don't have the best communication or expression of their emotions. That's why they bottle their emotions up. We got another, you know, probably avoidant with some childhood wounds, you know. They got some childhood wounds for sure, collective. All right. Now, what are they experiencing during this Valentine's Day season? Holy Spirit, what are they experiencing in love? Yeah. Crazy. Okay, so what's that about? Yeah. Okay. This person, they're being promiscuous. That's what they're doing. They are overindulging and being promiscuous right now during this Valentine's Day season. All right. And I still get that they're still single, though. They're still in solitude and isolation. They haven't entered another relationship with anybody else, but they're, you know, trying to get in. They're trying to get under somebody else to get over you, Virgo. Okay. But it's just repetitive at the end of the day. It's this laziness, not really thought out. It's just they'll take whatever they get. They're not really even motivated. They just trying to pick up whoever is desperate enough to come forward, okay? And, you know, what they're experiencing is it's like a lack of, what I'm getting here, it's like a lack of being able to access their like emotional drive. You know what I mean? Like they can't access the will to come forward emotionally. You know what I mean? And it's because they're distracting themselves emotionally with these overindulgence that they have with these other options and this promiscuity, okay? It's actually blocking them from being able to, you know, take the action that they need to take. This is a blocking of taking the action, but I think it's emotionally. It's a block of taking action emotionally to actually heal. So they are inappropriately using their solitude right now. But I do get that they are single. They haven't committed to anyone else. Yeah, but they're not really making any efforts either. Yeah, they're... Okay, let's see. What else the Holy Spirit got to say real quick, guys, because I just want to see. Yeah. And when I'm trying to see if they're actually doing any soul work and reflection as well, no, that just got disordered. Okay, they're just disordered. Nope, this person ain't doing it. All right, so what's the outcome of this situation, Holy Spirit? What's the outcome, Holy Spirit? Yeah. Okay, so what's that? Clarify that for me. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, I get for the outcome. I mean, this person, they want to come forward. They want to come forward again. Like I said, I don't know, because it seemed like it's a push and pull type of thing here. Because like I said, this person has already made distance and came back, but then also made chaos and left again, or got pushed away again. You know what I'm saying? And I get they want to come back again, because I think you are what represents balance for them, Virgo. Like, you're like their home base, you know, their soft spot emotionally. All right. And they want to come towards that quickly. They're excited about another opportunity with you. All right. Because they are delighted that you stuck around. Remember? Okay. They do have romantic feelings for you. They just have insecurity. They have a hard time believing that. They have a hard time believing you really want them. They think you was forcing it, you know, all that, right? And yeah, just for the outcome though, again, it's crazy. You can't make this stuff out. Doubt and insecurity. You cannot make this stuff up. This person is still going to continue to repress their feelings. But they know. They do want to come forward. And they know that you're like their home base. You're their safe space. They know that, Virgo. But they're not ready. They're not ready. All right, well, that's all I got for you. So if this resonates, like, comment, subscribe. And if this don't apply, let it fly. Because everything ain't for everybody. All right? And thanks for watching.